What is everyone, GamingIsland here, and today we're doing a GameScout episode on Xenoblade Chronicles X, the spiritual successor to Xenoblade Chronicles. Anyway, today we're going to be doing a discussion, so let's get right to it. Let me just be the first to say that I have actually never played Xenoblade Chronicles. I never really got around to it, and it's a really long game, and I never really had the time to play it anyway. So I've never played it. But this game just looks cool, and I'm like, I was a little bit tempted for a while to actually play Xenoblade Chronicles, the original, even though it's on an outdated console. I'm like, nah, I'll just wait out for this game. But this game looks awesome, like, awesome. Like, I've heard that Xenoblade Chronicles is considered, the best RPG of the last generation. So I'm quite hopeful for this game, even though I've never played that game. Now the story follows this, where it's, because it's a spiritual, there's no real relationship between the two games, by the way, really. Not that I really know of. Anyways, the idea is Earth is actually the battlefield of two different alien races. I don't remember what they are. I think one of them is called the Harvesters, I think, but I don't know. Anyway, it's a battlefield between these two alien races, and humans are kind of trapped in the center. Like, they're not really part of it. So they flee planet Earth on these things. They flee on these little, like, ships. But one of them is hit during a battle up in space when they're leaving, and it crash lands on this new planet. And these ships carry entire cities, and that's the basis of Xenoblade Chronicles X. You're on this new alien planet, and it's just your job to, I guess, to explore it? I don't know. But yeah, it looks really cool, and just, yeah. Now, I've heard things about this game being huge, and I've heard things about Xenoblade Chronicles, the original, being huge. But I've heard that this game's gonna be huge. Like, during one of the live Treehouse events, they stated that before they actually started filming, they spent 20 minutes swimming out in the ocean, and they never reached an invisible wall, which is, most games have it, by the way. But yes, they never reached an invisible wall, which is crazy, because that means this game is really big. It must be, at least. Like, it has to be. If it's gonna be big, for sure. One of the things that this game has is, of course, Gundams, or mechs. So that's going to be cool. You can ride around in them. And it showed that in the first trailer that we saw, I think in 2013. It showed that it turned into kind of like this tank thing. So that could be a possibility. Now, I won't be going into full detail on like every single little thing that's going to be appearing in this game, because that would take literally forever. I'll actually have a link to a discussion by GameExplain that's literally 40 minutes long. It's a 40-minute long discussion. I'll have a link to it. It's between Chugger Conroy and GameExplain. So go watch that if you really want to get into details. This isn't really very detailed. I'm just going over basic stuff of this game. This game, you can change classes mid-battle. So if you want to change your classes, you can do that. There's all sorts of stuff. There's different characters, of course. You can create your own character, and that's the one thing that I've heard. Yeah, this is different than the original Xenoblade Chronicles. The original Xenoblade Chronicles, all your characters were preset. In this game, the main character, you get to customize it, which is different because Xenoblade Chronicles, as I said before, had Shulk, and that was the main character that you played as. In this game, you can create your own character. You can also see that in some of the trailers, you can tell that there's a girl named Elma. I don't really know much about her, but yeah, she's apparently going to be in this game. So, yeah. But yeah, you can change your class mid-battle. There's ranged weapons, there's long-range weapons, and there's melee weapons, such as swords and stuff like that. The weapons in this game look pretty extravagant. That's also in the trailers. Right now, you can actually see a battle playing out between these two alien races, and this is actually the first cinematic cutscene. This is like the beginning cinematic cutscene that you get to see in the game. So, yeah, but this game looks cool. Now, there's a lot we don't know about this game, but one of the biggest things that we don't know is how it's even related to Xenoblade Chronicles. We haven't seen any appearance of the Monaldo, which is, I think I'm pronouncing that wrong. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. But the only reference we have to that is, there's this girl in the Gundam you see in the trailer where she's wearing a hair clip that is a Monaldo. That's basically it. We don't know what's the relationship between Xenoblade Chronicles and Xenoblade Chronicles X. So it really makes me question, like, is there even really a relation? Or is it just they're doing it for money's sake and just be like, oh, it's related to this really successful game, so I don't know, they have to have something, we just don't know what it is yet, I guess. Now, I've said all I've wanted to say today because there's not really much to say, mainly because we don't know much about this game, even though it's coming out 2015, which is actually quite a bit away, so never mind. But yes, we don't know much about this game, and there's probably a ton that I've skipped over. It's just that I have never played the original, but I do fully recommend. Like, this game looks really, really cool and really fun. I've heard people say that Xenoblade Chronicles was a really long game. That's probably an understatement, because most RPGs like that game about 100 to 200 hours. So we could expect the same thing from this game. There'll be a ton of content. Just anyone who's really an RPG fan should probably pick up this game, and anyone who's an RPG fan will probably already have Xenoblade Chronicles, so they'll probably be hyped for this game. We should probably wait till this game comes out, because then I'll be able to recommend it to people who aren't really an RPG fan or not, because like Fire Emblem Awakening, it kind of was like that game that like anyone who's new to the franchise should play right away and then get into the other games. We don't really know that about Xenoblade Chronicles X, because it's not even out yet. So we don't know if it's that good starting point or if Xenoblade Chronicles, the original, was the good starting point. But yeah, anyway, this has been Gaming Island, and I'll see you Islanders later.